Juventus overhaul that we expected, considering that they've been deducted 15 points and most of the players want to leave. This is the start of it. But what do you think? Do you think this is a great deal or an awesome deal? Because at this point, no one can think that this is either good or bad. It has to be better than those two.
Exactly. And it's been 10 for 10. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Leeds may actually stay up. You know, they were being dragged into a relegation fight, and I was really hoping they went down. But they're actually going to stay up this season, it seems. As long as Weston stays fit, obviously. He does have some injury issues in the past 18 months. But, him, Tyler Adams, that's a good midfield pairing behind Brendan Aronson. It's a full American midfield. So, I think it's a great signing. And it's only a 1.2 million loan fee. You look at other clubs that need midfielders. Why did no one think about getting Weston McKennie on a short-term loan deal? I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, everybody wants to spend 60, 70, 80 million, but no one wants to spend 1.2 on a midfielder who was one of the better ones in the Bundesliga before he went to Juventus.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well. It's too crazy because I'm like, if I'm Manchester United and I know that Weston McKennie is up, I'm not thinking twice. I'm Don Myrtle. I'm saying, hey, I did 1.2 million for him for the season. Thank you very much. Welcome to Manchester United, Weston McKennie. That's what I'm saying. He is a great youngster. The only thing that could make this go sour is if he's injured for a majority of the season, and I don't want that. But saying that he only costed 1.2 million, hell, he's better than João Felix. He's been Chelsea are paying how much million for him for 20 games, and he's going to miss about 4 of them.
Well,
so
that was an expensive loan.
Exactly. But 10 out of 10 deal. They get an A rating on the sofa score meter. I just made that up. But you're moving on from Weston McKennie and from the relegation level Leeds to a team that more or less I believe will go down or could possibly go down. And that is to the trophies, the blue tide of Merseyside, Everton FC. And it has been reported that Anthony Gordon, their young, I don't want to say starlet, but their young player, has accepted a transfer to Newcastle United for £40 million plus £5 million add-ons. That is a steal. Not for Newcastle. That is a steal for Everton. Anthony Gordon is not worth that much money. I'm just saying that. I'm just putting it out there. At most, he's £20 million, right? And the way he's been playing recently, I'd value him at 15 million actually. So to spend 40 plus 5 on him, that's absolute great business for Everton. Of course, Newcastle always needs more players being in a European charge at this moment, being third in the league on goal difference ahead of Manchester United. For Gordon, right? A lot of people are calling him immature, calling him a snake for leaving his boyhood club since he was like 9 or 11 years old. Mm-hmm. We have to bear in mind, these fans were verbally assaulting him, physically assaulting him, and attributed harm towards his property when leaving the stadium, as well as when he went home. Do you think this is a sensible transfer for the player and for the club?
Well, for the player, I can say yeah, sure, because Eddie Howe is a very good manager who's done wonders with players we think are not good enough. I mean, look at Miguel Almiron. Maybe he can do the same with Anthony Gordon. But Sir Maximan is there, Joe Linton. Maybe he got a winger so he can push Joe Linton back into that new midfield role. 45. Hey, listen, you're not the first, second, third. Bro, I can't tell you how many people have been in my mention saying, hey, 45 million. 45 million! And I can't say anything about it because I did not pay it. I'm not playing or anything. And we know he's not worth that. I mean, they nearly got 60 million out of Chelsea. If Todd Bowley was in charge just a little sooner, they would have gotten 60 million out of Chelsea. But, it's a good move for him. For Everton, the scenes when Everton actually stay up by goal difference and they have to play him twice next season, it's going to be awful.
I bet it will be humble for them because he probably will score on and score a brace. Who knows? That's just the way of football works, people. But yes, the way the fans treated this man is absolutely horrendous. He's still 21 years old, no 20-year-old. He's practically a teenager, I believe. A teenager shouldn't be getting death threats. A teenager shouldn't be getting his car beaten with clubs or verbal abuse struck at him and his mother. I would leave too for less. And that behavior in football needs to be absolutely scrapped. Yes, you're saying you need warriors in your team. And yes, he did give away that silly free kick that led to that James Ward-Prowse goal, but no one deserves to be treated like that.
Nobody.
Right? They're acting like he murdered children or something, but moving on from him. And to a man that I quite rate, to Nicolo Zaniolo from Roma. He's been linked with Bournemouth for £30 million. He doesn't want to go because who would want to go to Bournemouth?
Exactly.
He's been linked in the La Liga with Atletico Madrid, but he's also turned them down. What do you think is in store for Zaniolo's future? Of course, he is one of the better youngsters upcoming now in the centre forward position. But would you reject that move? You want to leave so badly, why would you not accept it? I get it's a relegation-led team, but why wouldn't you accept it? AC Milan has pulled out, so maybe that's the reason why he doesn't want to drop his standards from the red and blue of Milan to the red and blue of Bournemouth, to the red and black, I should say, of Milan to the red and black of Bournemouth. But what do you make of this?
As Jose said this morning, he said Zaniolo's been asking to leave for months, but I knew he wasn't going to go anywhere because he wasn't going to go anywhere. I mean, first of all, Bournemouth blew AC Milan out of the water, and I can't believe that was an actual statement in real life. I thought this was FIFA. 30 million, the new owners, Michael B. Jordan and co stepping in, putting the money on. But he doesn't want to play for Bournemouth. I don't know where he wants to go actually, because there has been loan proposals, everything. He's just been rejected him. I don't even think he wants to play football. I'm genuinely serious. I don't think he wants to play football, because if he doesn't want to stay at Roma, but every club that comes in for you, you're rejecting them, I just don't see where you get off on that.
Yeah, and we'll have to monitor this in the upcoming days. The transfer deadline is coming up. We might do a stream on that day live, actually, to see how we can best do this in the last hour of the entire program. But moving on from that, and to a man that I will dedicate a majority of the time remaining to in a sort of rant. So Jackson, be prepared. I want your opinion on this.
Okay.
You're a young man, right? English with a speech impediment, so you should know who I'm referring to right now. You start off in the lowly League 1 or 2, I can't quite remember. You get a transfer to Leicester City, and you do well there. You do well enough so that you get a move to Tottenham Hotspur. You become the club's record scorer. You brought them to a Champions League final as the captain. But when will you accept that it's time to leave? I am of course referring to England captain and Tottenham captain Harry Kane. This man lacks any sort of self-respect and ambition from a world-class player. 20 years from now, you're going to look back on the stats, you're going to look back on it and be like, oh, this Harry Kane fellow, he has 300 goals for Tottenham. But where's the trophy? Surely he can't be better. Surely he can't be better than say for example, Anthony Martial. Surely he can't be better than a Gary Lineker or Michael Owen. He might be England's top scorer of all time, which I think he will reach in his lifetime, to be fair. But he hasn't won anything at all. Jackson, Kane denied Bayern Munich and Manchester United, right? Real Madrid were interested, but seeing this, they have curbed their interest towards younger and arguably more talented players. Why do you think Kane wants to stay at Tottenham? He wants to break a trophy curse. he wants to do this, he wants to do that. What's the point? You're not going to win anything with them. The closest you got to glory was in Europe when you lost in the final versus Liverpool, I believe, 2-0. You get? From there, I would have been, you know what? It's time to Tottenham for everything, but I think I need a move. Because you're saying that, you being in the Champions League final and losing, suffering a heartbreak, right? You go into the Euro finals and losing, suffering heartache again. You go into the World Cup and losing again after missing a penalty. When will he accept that he needs a move? I'm turning it over to you here.
When will it end, Robbie? I'm kidding. But Kane, I don't know what is it with Kane. It seems he does want the goal scoring record. He's level with Jimmy Greaves, so he's going to have the Tottenham one. He wants Alan Shearer's record. To be honest, he's not really that far off. He needs maybe 3 or 4 more seasons. He doesn't need to do it in a Tottenham shirt. As he said, there are no talks with Man United. He's got 1 year left on his contract. I don't see why he'd stay. I mean, especially if, say for example, the end of the season, right? And Arsenal win the league, United win the Europa League, the Carabao Cup, and I don't know, Accrington Stanley win the FA Cup. I know they just got knocked out, but I'm just saying. And you're just there, like, I want nothing, but hey, I'm Tottenham's leading scorer. I came, I don't know, second in the Golden Boot race in the Premier League. Who cares? Do you really want to stay in that situation? I mean, I do think Kane is supposed to be looking out for his career now. He can't go trophyless for his entire career. I know the Audi Cup does not count. He can't go trophyless. He needs at least a Carabao Cup. I mean, he needs at least that. And I think he would actually fit well at Man United because they don't really create for the number 9. And he is a creator in himself. So you drop in, make things happen. I just don't see why he'd stay. They say he's open to signing a new deal. Well, he would be. It's technically his boyhood club. He wouldn't lose love over them. But he should be looking to move. And Daniel Levy's going to hold firm. I think they want about 80 million for him. And until that transfer request gets put in officially, I don't think any other club is going to have a chance to even pay that fee. But I don't know what Kane's thinking.
I don't know either. Like, you're the English captain for crying out loud. That's like saying Pickford should still remain number 1 for England if they're relegated. No, there's no way that should happen. You get me? You're England's number 1 player. You're the first name on the team sheet every single match, right? And yet still you don't even have a FA Cup to prove it. Right? At this point, man them like Jadon Sancho, man them like, I don't know, Emil Heskey. Big ups to him though. They have a bigger legacy than you do, just due to the fact that you don't have any goal, any trophies. He needs to respect his country, even if it's to go to the Bundesliga for Bayern and spend the next 3-4 seasons there, just winning 3 back-to-back German Bundesligas. That's better than staying at Tottenham for 3 more seasons. I'm just rotting away without achieving anything substantial in your career. But enough said with that final rant. I just had to get this off my chest because I respect Kane. I respect him as a player. He's a wonderful player, right? But he needs to have self-respect too. If I respect you and you don't respect yourself, then that's just not going to work out. But that is it today for the GC Sports Transfer Roundup. It was a little bit different with the last minute rant, but
last 5 minutes.
That's the randomness that we love here. You can follow us at GC Sports on Twitter and of course on Instagram as well. You can always tune in there every Saturday, Sunday, sometimes on Wednesdays, and we will deliver. Jackson, is there anything you want to say before you wrap up the stream today?
No, all I'm saying is I'm going to go and watch the second half of Fulham against Sunderland. Sunderland up 1-0. Up the Black Cats.
Wait, really?
Really? Next week.